That show coming on, you like?
I don't like that bullshit.
He already started.
I don't know why the hell you telling me.
Dennis Sperling. That show, mama, you know what I'm talking about.
Copy him.
Mama, that go, that man, he just talk a lot of shit. He be up late at night, tuning into all his hits. See my grandmama hate him, and my mama and my TD getting mad. Posting comments like we watching real TV. Mama, that go, that man, yelling from that nigga, what? He successful attorney on the two be turning up. We be turning up, we turning up, yeah. We be turning up, yeah, turning up. It's that real spit, like some barbershop talk. Except it's real black men that be walking for me walk. Intelligent, well versed. Sometimes we might curse, well we cuss a lot. Just like these lovely ladies fuss a lot. Switch it up, tell these indies suckers gotta pick it up. Move along, me and you ain't brothers, not the womb I'm on. Cross-examination on in the chat room. All the trolls with the disrespect, we in the back room. Huffing and you sucking up the air like a vacuum. Daddy disappeared, told you baby I'll be back soon. I just represent us cause the system can't afford it. I'm your homie, I'm your brother, sometimes a court appointed. Anointed, know you hate it, but I give you fair chosen. Just like Jesus in the house of God, kicking chairs over. Suit and tie soldiers, give the cold shoulder. The hate and you talking, not a fucking stain on me. Watch your dame homie, I got that change on me. Black rich, I don't give a shit, bet your dame want me. Mama, that go, that man, he just talk a lot of shit. He be up late at night, tuning into all his hits. See my grandmama hate him.
That's my business. You ain't got a goddamn thing to do with it.
And my mama and my TD getting mad, posting comments like we watching real TV. Mama, that go, that man, he talk a lot of shit. He be up late at night, tuning into all his hits. See my grandmama hate him, and my mama and my TD getting mad, posting comments like we watching real TV. Mama, that go, that man. Mama, that go, that man. Mama, that go, that man. Yeah. Mama, that go, that man.
Prism has come to me with something, so everybody please listen. She's going to be talking at length, but this is extremely important, I feel. So with that said, Prism, you have the floor.
Hey everybody, I don't know if everybody's aware of what's going on in YouTube. Are you aware? If you are aware of the situation with the attorney, can you please put a 1 in the chat, please?
Yeah, everybody put a 1 in the chat if you know what person we're talking about. If you don't, basically we have a lawyer who's positioning himself to be the next Kevin Samuels, but Kevin Samuels, while people would make fun of him and stuff, wasn't that dangerous. This guy, if he has his way, is going to be. This guy's a problem, and it's something that needs to be addressed.
You understand what I'm saying? Hate me all you want to, baby. I don't mind hating me. Hate all you can. Let me go the other way. Hate all. Somebody type, she mad in the chat room. But look, let me say, listen. She's still not out the game, though. Some of y'all are saying she out the game. She can't get, she's not out the game. She is not out the game, fellas. Look, let me tell you something. She is not out the game. No, she not. She's 31. She got 1 baby. She's still fine. Let's tell the truth. Y'all don't seen her hanging out with
consciousness over coochie. Age ain't nothing but a number. How you know? Lot of hot girl summers down the drain. 3 or 4.
Time for us to show these niggas what that hood rat coochie is like, ho.
Age age ain't nothing but a number. How you know? Lot of hot girl summers down the drain. 3 or 4. Blizzard King told you trick, you think he playing. I go. It's cold outside, now you bitches see the snow. Loose cookies in the brown paper bag. Ask your mama. Dr. Uma found out the hard way. Suki Hana is Oreo winner in the ass shake cover. We overseas, shout out to them passport brothers.
Damn!
This is for my sons, tell my daughter she should chill. Protection start with men, tell your daddy he should build. So emotional, you sick niggas turning ill. Quick to act out, why you think these niggas kill? She can be boss, stop lying, what's the drill? Name your price, bet she going, see they all rep a bill. Say that she so real, thirst trapping, let him figure. Around the folks real quiet, fool around my niggas. When we stop shooting up the club, let it go. Willie D said it best, let a hoe be a hoe. Blizzard King hate him, but he already spoke. OJ's my nigga, see you gotta let her go. This is class, Uncle D dropping game, bring it on. Better listen when them old niggas talking, bring it home. These ratchet ass, nasty ass chicks, we don't keep them. We don't wipe them, no, all my niggas do is sleep them.
I'm sorry. Don't be sorry, ho, be careful. Lord, gee, well, you know what? I'm tired of your presence. Dismissed.
Bitch be gone, bitch be gone. We might even just play along to get it on. But at the end, we bitch be gone, bitch be gone. We might pay to play, bitch be gone, bitch be gone. A lot of y'all tricks and a lot of y'all tricking.
Me more. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What's up? Hola. I'm Western Union and all of y'all. Western Union?
A lot of y'all tricks and a lot of y'all tricking. Watermelon, cornbread, game fried chicken. You don't know the difference cause you niggas don't read. What's a woman? I can tell you not, you don't bleed. I told you that the Blizzard King coming and you laugh. Now you're sending hate mail messages and you're mad. I done ease up on you now, I'm the last. I apply pressure emergency, break the glass. Bitch be gone, bitch be gone. We might even just play along to get it on. Yeah, bitch be gone, bitch be gone. We pay the play, but bitch be gone, bitch be gone. Yeah.
You can't, the 304 we talking about. Now she probably sitting up mad she didn't shut up and take the money and play the long game. Yeah, but she wasn't trained for the long game. This a microwave hoe. Understand me? This ain't no stovetop hoe. This is a 30-second and I'm done hoe. You can't this a turkey sandwich hoe. This ain't a 20-pound roast on Thanksgiving Day hoe. She need it now. You understand me? She need all of it right now, baby. See what I'm saying? What's up? Welcome, everybody. My name is Dennis Sterling, also known as Uncle D and better known as the Blizzard King. Welcome to the broadcast. Shout out to everybody who is up in here, baby. Y'all hit the number 1 button and let me know you guys are in here. I want to hear you. I want you to check in. Let me know where you're checking in from. Where you at? Chicago, New York, Atlanta, LA, Oakland. Who else we got up in here? London, South Africa, Australia. Where y'all at, man? Check in. Let me know wherever you are around the world. We're going to have this conversation that we do on a nightly basis, man. We're going to chop it up, man. We're going to learn something. Again, the reason that I'm starting to talk more about relationship is because I have good outcomes. You know, I notice a lot of people on the internet A lot of guys give advice about relationships, but then when you see their real life doesn't really sound like the advice that they're giving. They haven't executed it themselves. So I have refrained from giving advice for years, but at this point, when I look around, I think that for the most part, especially having sons and guiding them upright, not just in matters of life and love, but not just matters of life, but also matters of love and relationships. You know, I give good advice. I give good, wholesome advice. Now, the thing is, you got to understand, I believe in families. I believe in relationships. I believe that men should have loving, happy relationships. I want them to find women that are beautiful, that are fit, that are feminine, that are cooperative, that treat them well. My preference is for Black men to date and marry women of African descent, no matter where she's from in the diaspora. She could be from the motherland. She can be from the United States. She could be from one of those Latin countries. That doesn't matter to me, okay? Wherever she's from around the world, as long as she's of African descent, that's my preference. But and the reason I'll say that is because I know that after a couple of generations, you won't be able to see the faces of your ancestors and your children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren. And so, looking at it from the long run, that's my preference. Nevertheless, if you find a woman, whether she be white, Asian, Black, wherever she is, Arab, Farsi, it doesn't matter to me. She treats you well, she's cooperative, she loves you, she shows you appreciation, she respects you. You'd be a fool to get that woman up. And I feel the same way about white men and Hispanic men and Arab men and all those other guys. You should find someone from your race, from your culture. It just makes life easier. And I'm giving you to this advice from a place of love. This is the same thing I tell my sons. Whatever woman they bring home, I'm gonna love her and treat her like my son's wife. You see? I'm gonna treat her very well and respectful. But my preference is as stated. Nevertheless, all women are the same. You know what I'm saying? Well, they're all the same. And what we're going to talk about tonight is something that most of you understand. Somebody type suckers in the chat room. Come on, somebody type sucker in the chat room. Okay? Somebody type suckers in the chat room. And big shout out to my man 43TX. Thank you so much. Says salute to the Blizzard King. The Ice Lords in the chat. Thank you for being the first one to kick in to the super chat there. And a big shout out to Randy Irvin. Thank you for being the first one to kick into the Cash App. Somebody type sucker in the chat room. Come on, suckers. We're all the suckers. We all, everybody plays the fool. Come on. Don't run from it. Suckers. Women hate suckers. All right? And the thing is, it's not just something that they made up, okay? You think you're being a good man and actually you're being a sucker. You think you're being tolerant and actually you're being a sucker. Come on. Somebody type fool in the chat room. And for all my folks who live down south, type damn fool in the chat room. Come on. All my Yankees, type fool. And all my Southerners, type damn fool in the chat room. Come on, let's see it. Mm-hmm. If you above the Mason-Dixon line, type fool. If you below the Mason-Dixon line, type damn fool. Okay, let's get that straight. Come on. If you got relatives that are from below the Mason-Dixon line, you are free to type damn fool too. Damn fool, okay? Damn fools and suckers. That's what we're gonna be talking about tonight. So basically, guys, I try to approach things from a intellectual standpoint, just so you guys can actually have something. I don't want to just be out here spitting gobbledygook and opinions. I actually do a lot of research to kind of develop, my discussions for these, and it's based in science. typically sociology, psychology, and environmental and development. Okay. And so basically what I'm saying, and the title for tonight is that modern women don't respect naive, easily manipulated men. Okay. Now that said, tonight we're going to dive deep into critical understanding of what truly attracts modern women. And it's not just about surface level charm or financial stability. It's about the inner strength, the indomitable will, and the sharpness of a man's mind. A central truth we must come to terms with, fellas, is that modern women all across the world are fundamentally drawn to a man that cannot be manipulated. Now let's unpack that. In a world of relationships, being a super naive man is not attractive. It's not an attractive trait. Women, especially those of high caliber and substance, they despise naivety in men. And it's not about playing games or fostering distrust. It's about wanting a man who's alert, who's aware, who can see through the facades and the potential trickeries of life. A woman wants to know that her man can wake up to reality, that he's not someone who can be easily swayed or tricked, and that he's not going to let anybody take advantage of him, least of all her. Okay? Now, this demand for vigilance and strength in a man is not just a preference, it's a necessity. It's about feeling secure, knowing that her man is not just present physically, but is also mentally and emotionally fortified against the manipulations and the myriad of threats that the world might throw at him. But you guys knew that already. But why is this important? Something you probably don't know. It's because if a man is naive, he can't spot the subtle threats in his own relationship. How is he expected to spot the threats from the outside? How can he protect and provide for his family if he can't even protect himself from being manipulated? This isn't just about the physical aspect of protection. It's about being mentally and emotionally resilient. So, fellas, ladies, this is a call to action for every man out there. It's a wake-up call to sharpen your wits, to build your inner strength, and to be the unmanipulable rock. Somebody type rock in the chat room. The unmanipulable rock that a modern woman not only desires but respects. It's about being a man of substance, a man who can navigate the complexities of modern relationships with wisdom and integrity. Okay? The attraction is not just about what's on the outside. It's not about your wallet. It's not about how much money you got. It's not about your car. It's deeply rooted in mental and emotional fortitude that you possess. So you have to be vigilant, be aware, and let no one, man or woman, take you for a ride. Understand? Remember, the game of life and love is not just about playing, it's about playing it smart. Now, some points I want to go over and that we're going to discuss tonight. The ability of a man to be easily manipulated is a negative trait. You think it's nice. Somebody type nice in the chat room. You didn't call that broad when she stayed out too late. You didn't call her out for not picking up your phone call. You call that being tolerant. She calls you easy manipulated. That's seen as a negative trait. and it diminishes the respect and attraction that she has towards you. And see, there's consequences of being gullible. Being naive or gullible in a relationship can lead to exploitation, such as believing her lies or being used for your money. Somebody type nice guy in the chat room. The last thing you want to have to deal with is a loss of respect. And when a woman discovers a man is easily manipulated, that results in loss of respect for him, to the point of ignoring his messages or leaving them on read. You see? Now here's a crazy thing. Somebody type good woman in the chat room. Shout out to all the good women. Where the good women at? If you got a good woman, you were raised by a good woman, if you know a good woman, if you're dating a good woman, if you're married to a good woman, type good woman in the chat room. Come on, fellas. Come on. A good woman is a woman who's not intending to manipulate you. She's actually looking for a good man to have a stable relationship with. A good woman, in this regard, she will naturally filter herself away from men who are easily manipulated. What? Yeah. A good woman is going to leave you alone, because she's looking for a man with stronger characters. Y'all like, well, hold on a minute. I need to understand this, Uncle D. I need to understand. Yeah, you out there thinking you being a nice guy. You out there being a sucker. You willing to believe everything she tells you. But there's something called selective attraction. Somebody type selective attraction in the chat room. And selective attraction is based on character, and it underscores a fundamental principle in human relations. And that is, women seek men whose traits align with their own values and aspirations. Good women are those not seeking to exploit vulnerabilities. And so they naturally gravitate towards men with strong, resilient characters, because those traits suggest reliability, trustworthiness, and the capacity to navigate life's challenges effectively. And see, this preference is rooted in the desire for a stable, equitable relationship for both individuals that they can grow and thrive in. And it reflects a deeper understanding that relationships built on mutual respect and strength of character are more fulfilling and sustainable. By contrast, so at the end of the day, fellas, you might think you being a nice guy is gonna get you a good girl, and that's not it. Let me say that again. A lot of you men out there get frustrated because you see a good girl and you try to be a nice guy and you think, oh, she just wants a bad boy. Good girls like bad. No, she just don't want you because you a sucker. Somebody type sucker in the chat room. We need the word sucker and fool to be constantly typed in the chat room all night, okay? I'm not gonna talk until I start seeing sucker and fool. I'm gonna look this way until I see sucker and fool all through the chat room. Suckers and fools. Come on now. Come on. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go dark on y'all. Keep typing sucker and fool. I wanna see sucker and fool in the chat room. Let's see it. Sucker and fool. Come on. Because all of us have done it. You got this good girl and you being a nice guy. And you think, man, she wants to be with me. Why wouldn't she want to be with me? I'm a nice guy. I got a nice shirt on. I got a nice car and a nice job. And the next thing you see her with that old hard-headed old Rodney Repeat. Old Rodney Repeat offender got her. And she's dealing with him because she can't manipulate him. Because he's not a sucker. It's not just about his facade. if some of you so-called nice guys would start turning that cold shoulder and being a little meaner. Remember when I did that broadcast? You got to be a little meaner, be a little less understanding. Remember that? I did that. That probably saved many of you fellas a whole lot of heartache. Suckers and fools. Come on. Let's get the chat room popping. We're talking about suckers and fools. See, a good girl is going to let you go on and be, because she don't want to manipulate you. She wants some kind of relationship with a man who she sees as reliable. Shout out to all my boys who contribute to the Super Cash App. I'm going to get y'all in a minute. She'll leave you alone. That's a good girl. She sees a fool and she don't play you. She sees a sucker and she doesn't bump his head. That's a good girl right there. By contrast, somebody type by contrast in the chat room. Somebody type by contrast in the chat room. Somebody type by contrast in the chat room. By contrast, bad women with manipulative tendencies prefer men who are easily influenced and controlled. Let me say that in another way. By contrast, these bad girls, bad women with manipulative tendencies, they prefer a sucker and a fool, because that grants them a sense of power and dominance within the relationship. These type of women seek out those weaker characteristics because it allows for easier manipulation of the relationship to their advantage. That's what your mama did to you. Your mama turned most of these Black American men who are out here right now, she turned y'all into fools. And why do they do it? Whether for emotional or financial or psychological gain. And this preference is driven by a desire for control rather than the foundation of mutual respect and equality, leading to an unhealthy, unbalanced relationship dynamic. And now it's culture-wide. Somebody type sucker and fool in the chat room. So here's the thing. Women have a core desire for a man who cannot be easily manipulated. And that suggests that strength and awareness are highly attractive traits. They have a fundamental desire for a man who's capable of protecting them, not just physically, but also in terms of being vigilant against potential threats or manipulation. No woman wants to sit up there with a fool in the house. You're going to get fooled every time. Naivety in a man is deeply unattractive because it signifies a lack of awareness and inability to protect or stand up to manipulation. You're a sucker. She wants to know that you have the capability of detecting manipulation and lies. And what that does is, what you fellas should understand is that reinforces the importance of trust and awareness in a relationship. And that's really what it's all about. Now, I need to get 19 more super chats in the chat room, but in the meantime, we're gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna drink out of this jelly jar. And we'll be right back. Y'all do what you gotta do.
Oh, if she got her nipples pierced, got ass from here to here, then you know that she's a hoe. If she's on Instagram, her bio is an OnlyFans, she's out there selling that thing. See, I know you gon' trip finding out that your chick in Vegas drunk on the strip with no panties on. I know that you gon' say that your chick ain't that way. Miami, DR, Dubai, but you didn't go. Nigga, she's a hoe, hoe, hoe. And I think it's time, you know. Nigga, she's a hoe, hoe, hoe. And I think it's time, you know.
All right, welcome back. Shout out to everybody who's up in here. Y'all hit the number 1 button. Shout out to everybody. Now, look, I want to keep talking. I don't want to break up this vibe. I need, give them a 20 super chat so I can keep this thing going. So let's go into some psychological reasons, okay? Let's get into these psychological reasons. So let's talk about evolutionary psychology, okay? Evolutionary psychology suggests that the preference for men who can provide protection and security is hardwired in humans, okay? But it's not just about being big and strong, which is why women don't necessarily prefer dudes who are just super muscular and big. It's got to be more in there, you see? Because you can be super big, you can be all these different things, but a naive man, no matter how big and strong and athletic you are, is perceived as less capable of offering protection and making him less attractive as a mate. Now, here's another thing. Somebody type attachment theory in the chat room. Somebody type attachment theory in the chat room. Somebody type attachment theory in the chat room, okay? Attachment theory, it supposes that individuals seek, or women seek, men who make them feel secure, okay? Now, this is, let me see if I can explain this. It suggests that your early attachment experiences influence your emotional and social development, and it impacts your relationships in adulthood. And this particular theory identifies 4 main attachment styles: secure, anxious, preoccupied, dismissive avoidance, fearful avoidant, and each affect how individuals perceive and respond to intimacy and relationship challenges. Now, securely attached people tend to have healthier, more resilient relationships, while those with insecure attachments, right, they have experiences that are difficult maintaining stable, trusting relationships. So if you got somebody, naivety, who's naive, that indicates the inability to perceive or address threats. And that undermines the feeling of security in a relationship, affecting your ability to attach to them. And that's how women feel, okay? You a damn fool. Somebody type damn fool in the chat room. She can't bond with you. We always talking about how you can't bond. Women who have a whole bunch of sex with a whole bunch of guys, they can't pair bond. If they see you as a fool, they can't pair bond with you, okay? If they can't see you as somebody, if they see you as somebody manipulated, something in their psyche tells them that you are not somebody that they need to entertain and definitely have children with, okay? Now, cognitive psychology, it indicates that the ability to understand social cues, okay? So in my books, and those of you guys who've read my books, man, I think around about the first chapter, I start talking to you guys about the secret language that women speak. Women have a whole nother language, a whole nother language is a non-audible language. Women read each other by the way they stand, by the way they look, by the different expressions on their face. And until you recognize that, until you get a master's degree in those social cues, you won't understand. I remember once, and I talk about this in my book, I was at the Zulu Lounge on Broad Street with my ex-wife, who was at the time my girlfriend. So I walked in, and as soon as I walked in, there was some big wide backs in the front, man. There was some big old gals, Somebody type big girl in the chat room. And you know, big girls can be messy. There's some big girls in the front. And as soon as they see me, they came up, hey, Dennis, how you doing? And they touched me on my shoulder like that. Man, you could have sworn my ex-wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, she was heated. And I'm like, what's the problem? You know, I ain't attracted to them big girls like that. What's wrong with you? I ain't like I want to talk to the big girls. What's wrong with her touching me on my arm like that? I didn't understand. And she got mad at me for not understanding what was going on. And then they told her, oh my God, look at this, your little girlfriend, she's so cute. Oh man, we couldn't even stay there. Matter of fact, we had an argument on the way back home. We went to, I believe it was Pontchartrain Park. I had to pull over in Pontchartrain Park to figure out what the hell was going on. But them widebacks was speaking a non-verbal language and throwing out social cues, basically calling her a little girl, invading her territory, which was me, and disrespecting her. And they might as well have been throwing grenades at her. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, it's like, whoa, I mean, but damn. And so women see that, you see? So when we talk about cognitive psychology, women are far more advanced than men are when it comes to understanding social cues and potential threats. And it's truly a sign of maturity and intelligence when you do. That's why they always say men are dumb. We say women are stupid. They say men are dumb. Or we say women are crazy and they say men are dumb because we don't see those cues. Because see, here's the thing. Boys are socialized. Usually we off somewhere playing in the dirt by ourselves in our own world, hitting things, tearing things up. Women, on the other hand, they're kept in the hearth, right? They're kept in the hearth of the home. Grandma, auntie, sisters, cousins, all of them sit around and they talk and they speak to each other and they basically learn from each other. So the little girls interact and they emote with each other. So auntie tells a story about being brokenhearted. Now you got the little 3 or 4-year-old girl empathizing with her auntie. And so it's just like she's experienced that emotional too. They all sitting in there crying for no reason. Or they all mad for no reason. You see? And so they get a chance to get programmed. They get all this different emotional programming as young girls. So by the time you meet a woman who's 22 years old, she's about 7 years more mature than you emotionally. And so that's why it's really unfair for a young man who's 25 to be dating a woman who's 25 because she's really like a 30-something year old. You see what I'm saying? And that's why they treat you like a sucker, because you don't have that emotional intelligence. You can't read social cues. And naivety is seen as a lack of social intelligence. And that's crucial for navigating complex social environments and being able to protect yourself. Okay? Was y'all with that? Is this registering? Let me know if y'all getting this together. I could talk about, I don't know, maybe I could talk about the Grammys. I could sit up here and talk about Jay-Z 20 years later, going back to the black. I mean, if y'all want to, but I think this is far more interesting. Mm-hmm. All right, so this is some understanding. Hit the number 1 button. All right. Matter of fact, somebody type suckers and fools in the chat room. That's what type sucker in the chat room. Type fool in the chat room. Come on now. So the other thing why this is important, not all threats come at you like an arrow flying through the air. You see what I'm saying? See, psychological research on risk assessment shows that being able to evaluate and respond to potential dangers is a critical life skill, and men who exhibit naivete may be perceived as lacking in this essential ability, and it raises concerns about their competence in the protective role. Men often die younger. Oftentimes we die younger because, you know, we don't perceive these potential dangers. You see what I'm saying? We don't perceive the threat. And so that being the case, that's a turn off to women. Okay? Psychological studies on trust suggest that reliability and predictability in recognizing and handling threats are key components of trustworthiness. And when you're naive, that's a signal that you're unreliable. And it diminishes trust and a man's ability to protect and make a sound decision. Let me say something, you young fellas out there. There's a reason them young girls don't want you like that, man. Not that you're not handsome and such. There's a reason they like older men sometimes. Okay, it's no different than why you want to go invest your money in a company that's been around for 50 years as opposed to a company that's only been around 5 months. It has a track record. There's some things about it that give you comfort. It's been there, you know it's gonna be there. You see? Another thing is, there's something called a social learning theory. Individuals learn from observing others. Women do that often. And a man's naivete, particularly in failing to recognize threats, is viewed as a poor model for learning and behavior, especially in the context of requiring vigilance and protective action. See? So generally speaking, there's a dislike for naivete, and it stems from concerns of safety and security and competence. So if you got a good woman out there who doesn't want to play with you and doesn't want to use you, she might leave you alone, even though you're a nice guy. Why? Because you're too damn nice. You let her get away with too much. You see, she tells you, oh yeah, I'm about to go to sleep, and you know damn well she going to the club. And you just play along. Oh, how'd you sleep? Did you sleep good last night? And she wake up, oh yeah, I'm fine, but I'm gonna call you back later because you know you're a damn fool. Now, the next time you talk to her on the phone, you say, I know your ass was at the club, you lying rascal. She might laugh at you. Oh, you crazy. Oh yeah, what make you say all that? Girl, ain't nobody going to sleep on no Friday night at doggone 8 o'clock. You was getting ready to go to the club. Stop tripping. That's where I met you at. She might laugh about it. And you just insulted her and called her a liar. But they like that. You understand me? Try it. I'm constantly around here checking my fiance. I'll be checking my ex-wife. I check my baby mama all the time. Sometimes I have to check them with lawsuits. But it's not going to be any manipulation because, see, they are going to respect me. My mama too, sisters too. Any woman in my life. Because, see, the minute they stop respecting you, they become dangerous to you. See, the minute a woman stops respecting you, she starts seeing you as less than, and she damn near want to get rid of you. You see how those wolves, we always talk about alpha and betas. You see how those female wolves treat those beta males? They want to kill them and get rid of them and run them off. So you got to always, thank God it's not all about the physical. We're social beings. So a lot of who you are as an alpha determines, are you willing to stand up for yourself? Calling women out on their BS is the best thing you can do to check them. Each and every time. You got to be vigilant each and every time. Okay? And evolutionary theories say that women are attracted to men who are like that. Okay? They think you could do a better job at protecting them and providing for them and their offspring because you can't be manipulated. Okay? That shows strength and decisiveness. And it shows the ability to navigate social complexities. That's what they look for long-term survival and success. It's a good it shows leadership qualities. A man can't be an effective leader if he can be easily manipulated. You see? Men need to be able to make autonomous decisions to protect the group's interest. You see? You need to be able to manage a complex emotional landscape and social dynamic, even anthropological studies. See? Evolutionary adaptation, anthropological studies, they say that when you review them and they talk about this subject, a man's ability to detect threats, it was crucial for survival in early human societies. Back when we were in those group of 150 on the plains of Asia, the steppes of Eurasia and the Serengeti. Men are protected with the role of protectors, and they needed to be particularly adept at this. And if you're a naive man, you could be a liability. And your naivete could get the whole tribe ate. That saber-toothed tiger was out there to get you. That's a negative outcome for the individual and for the community. In the hunter and gathering societies, men who could identify and mitigate threats, whether from predators or rival groups, because remember, we wasn't out there by ourselves. There were other humanoids and there were other species of our kind, and they would do stuff to you. The research indicates that the Neanderthals ate other humanoids. So not only did you have to worry about that saber-toothed tiger, you also had to worry about them other people coming to eat you, them cannibals. You see? So, and these were intelligent beings who would lay traps for you. And so those men who were not easily manipulated, guess what? They were more likely to succeed at their role. And that's why these traits were valued and contributed to their social standing. Somebody type social standing. It contributed to their social standing and mate selection. You want to know why women like rich men who are successful? Because it's perceived that they're smart and they're not easily manipulated. That's why they have their money. I'm just saying. Hell, we all understand that masculinity is linked with bravery, strength, and capacity to confront challenges. But naivete, being naive, that undermines these cultural ideals, potentially leading to a social stigma. I got a homeboy right now. He buff and swole, he lift weights all the time, but he can't keep a woman because he's easily manipulated. And he just get mad because he say, I'm a good guy. I got a house, I got a car, I got a job, I got a business. But you a damn fool. Somebody type damn fool. You too easily manipulated. You confuse that pretty face on that woman with her being a good woman. And then when she see that you you give her too much space, man. You need to be a stomp down pimp sometimes on them, man, and call them on their stuff. Have some backbone. You understand? The cultures historically around the world have mechanisms to teach young men awareness and problem solving and how to handle threats. And all of them view being naive as a failure in the learning of that process. Many cultures have a rites of passage to mark the transition from boyhood to manhood. And these often involve tests of courage, wisdom, and the ability to handle danger. Success in these rites reinforces the value of awareness and the negative view of naivete. I'm telling you, naive. Any of y'all out here still calling these lovely ladies queens and they can do no wrong? Those women don't respect you. Somebody type simp in the chat room. Those women don't respect you. They know darn well what they were doing, and you out there calling them a queen. It's some women right now who know, man, I remember that dude. I used to be doing all kind of dirt. I was out there doing all kind of dirt on Rodney, and He just loved me to death. Oh my God, I miss him. Didn't marry him, didn't date him, but I miss him. He was such a fool, such a sucker. Y'all, that's what they say. They think you're a simp. They think you're a fool, man. I don't respect that. Yeah. When we go back to those times when we were 150 on these plains, the tribal times, the ancient societies, there was an importance associated with coalition building. And it's centered around defending against or engaging in conflict. Men who were naive about social alliances and threats, you jeopardize the coalition. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, man, I was out there on the riverbank and me and Fufufu, we was catching catfish, man. He's a cool cat. No, you're being manipulated. Fufufu don't like you. He's setting us up. I'm telling you, look, Fufufu is cool people. I know he from the other tribe, but he cool people, man. So he said we gonna go down to the riverbank and we all gonna catch catfish today. And come on, let's go. I don't believe you. I'm going. Come on, the rest of all of us gonna go. Y'all go down to the riverbank and Fufufu comes into your village and steal all your women and all your food. And y'all get back and the village is burnt to the ground. You naive. You building coalitions with the wrong people. You can't read social cues. See what I'm saying? For Fufu, you going out hunting for buffalo, and for Fufu throw you in front of the buffalo and you die, and he go home and start mating with your woman and put your kids out in the cold for the saber-toothed tiger to get her. You see what I'm saying? Look, from an evolutionary perspective, behaviors that protect the group and the kin are favored. And men's ability to detect and respond to threats not only impacts their survival, but also that of their relatives. Okay? That makes naivete particularly detrimental. Basically, the people who were naive died out 10,000 years ago. Even when you look at stories, right? Even look with your storytelling. Storytelling in oral traditions. Why do you think they talk about that? Well, anthropologists say that storytelling and oral traditions often include moral lessons about dangers of naivete. And these stories serve as educational tools, reinforcing the importance of vigilance and the ability to recognize threats. You see? So this is something that's been very important for youth and development, and this is cross-cultural. And some of you guys might have heard some of these stories, haven't you? Aesop's fables, Brer Rabbit, here in the African American tradition. The boy who cried wolf. Where the repeated deception of the boy leads the village to ignore his warnings. Y'all remember that? In the Native American tradition, they have the story of the coyote and the pebbles, where the coyote's naive trust in his own ability to handle a situation without foresight leads to unintended consequences. That illustrates the importance of wisdom and foresight. And these stories serve as cultural tools to instill in the caution of discernment. Somebody type discernment in the back. What does your Bible say about discernment? They say discernment is like some blessing of the Lord. You see? Right? So again, this is something yeah, brick lady. Somebody type brick lady in the chat room. I didn't fall for that. Just like I didn't fall for that little long-faced white girl that all the rest of these people fell for. And that's why y'all trust me more. Tell the truth. When Just Pearly thing had all the black folks on the internet running up to the plantation big house, Uncle D was like, nah, I'm good. Stay right here. Y'all remember that? Huh? You remember after Kevin Samuels passed away, I told you that white girl was gonna be y'all new leader of the black the black manosphere, and I left the same day. Y'all remember that? Because I ain't want to have no parts of this. Do y'all remember that? That's good discernment. That's because I'm reading social cues. Understand? You see that? And that's why y'all still here. If I was some damn fool, y'all wouldn't believe me. Come on now. Give me my props, baby. Come on, give me my props. Let me know. Speak the truth now. Yeah. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Y'all hit the #1 button. I need 15 more super chats. I'll be back.
Brother Spurling. Brother Spurling met his fiance in my mixed group, and she was doing her thing, Ivy League educated, beautiful sister. He's a successful attorney. Now he's like, shh, that's my wife. I'm gonna put her through law school. She's gonna become an attorney at my practice. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. I want to call you back to the sister that called into my show who said, when I first listened to you, I didn't like you.
Shout out to the late, great Kevin Samuels, man. Yeah, Brother Spurley, yeah, man. He was the greatest, man. He was that brother, man. It's been almost 2 years. And it'd be 2 years and about 3 months since he left us. And, you know, his presence is missed. But we got to go on. See? The work needs to be done. Are y'all with me? Hit the #1 button if you're with me, fam. Let me know if you guys are with me. We're about an hour into this thing, and I got some more work to do. And so I want to continue talking about, and I know this is dragging on. It's not as exciting as me talking about brick face and such and so forth. But this is important, okay? Because a lot of you brothers confuse being nice and tolerant with being a good guy. And the truth is, nobody likes that. No women like that. Okay? Women across the planet don't like that. Latino women don't like it. I don't care if you got one of the most cooperative, submissive women in Latin America or Africa or Asia, wherever you are. If you a fool and you easy to manipulate, she's not gonna like you. She's not gonna like you very long. You understand what I'm saying? She's not. And I'm just trying to help you understand that. And I'm telling you why. Because it's in a woman's nature not to feel secure around a man like that. You see? That's how we would develop. Yeah. And so it's best that you go ahead and learn this lesson now. Now, had you been raised in a situation where you saw your mother and father interacting with each other, you would have learned these lessons from a man. But many of you all didn't, so you have to learn it the hard way. Women are predisposed to seek men who are capable of providing protection and resources. A man who cannot be easily manipulated signals strength, resourcefulness, and the ability to navigate social and environmental challenges, traits that historically have contributed to survival and reproductive success. is also associated with status and leadership. Various cultures show that men who hold leadership positions or high social status, they exhibit decisiveness and resilience against manipulation. You see how important this is? No matter where you go around the world, whatever country, whatever language they speak, resilience against manipulation and decisiveness, they're universally recognized and valued. And it makes these men more attractive. Okay? Men who are naive are perceived as less capable. Period. Women's attraction to non-manipulative, men who are uneasily to manipulate, that aligns with their cultural expectations. It reinforces their desire for a man who embodies these masculine ideals. They want you to be savvy. They want you to be strategic in your thinking. A naive individual lacks that. That makes them less desirable. Street smart. Somebody type street smart in the chat room. A man who can discern the truth from deceit. You better at passing along valuable knowledge and skills, and it makes you more of an appealable mate. Hell, they got rituals. They got rituals that test the competency and bravery of men. And these rituals often serve to display the potential mates that a man is that what he's capable that what he's able to do, and that he's not easily manipulated, and therefore what? A desirable man. You're a survivor. You see? You got to be able to mix and move in a group. You got to be able to build coalitions, not get played. Somebody type get played. That's what we're talking about. You too easy to get played. You get played out of your money. You get played out of your house. You get played out of everything. You're a loser. That's basically what that accounts to. And women don't want losers. I'm just talking to you, fellas. Just because you're a good man don't mean you're going to get a good woman. That's the thing you have to understand. Passport bros. I've told you guys this. There's no geographical solution for an emotional problem. I've told y'all that, right? If you a sucker over here, you're going to be a sucker over there. You're just a sucker in a foreign country. So let's work on it now. Y'all with me? So now, here's the thing. I want to give you guys some examples of how women manipulate you. I think we kind of get the point. Y'all get the point? We're an hour in. Y'all get the point? See where we're coming from? See, the thing you need to understand is this, fellas. Women consciously or unconsciously, either way, they employ various strategies to try to assess whether a man is naive or easily manipulated. And their actions serve as a test or observations to gauge a man's reaction in different scenarios. And it reveals his character and how he might handle manipulation and pressure. Somebody type shit test in the chat room. Somebody type shit test in the chat room. Because that's basically what we're talking about. I need 15 more super chats. So how do you deal with it? What are some examples of these shit tests? Y'all listening? A woman that's always asking favors. She's constantly requesting an increasingly significant or unreasonable favors to see if you set your boundaries or if you agree without hesitation. And that's going to indicate your lack of assertiveness or eagerness to please her regardless of her personal cost. It's 6 o'clock in the damn morning. You laying in your bed. But you got to get up because you got to go help your homegirl move her furniture for free. Last week, she asked you to pick her up from somebody's house. You know what I'm saying? That's too much already. She gonna keep on going. Here's another one. Changing plans or making last minute requests just to see how you respond. Do you comply without question? That suggests that you easily swayed. That suggests you lack firm boundaries. You getting ready to go to the doggone Pizza Hut. And she like, well, let's go to Burger King. We in the goddamn line to go to Pizza Hut. No, excuse me then. And you think, oh, okay, let me try to be a nice guy and change my plans. Now she think you easily manipulated. I'm trying to tell you, fellas. It's a constant battle when you're dealing with women. They constantly poking and prodding and testing you. Sometimes they just want to observe your reaction to a disagreement. They might present a contrary opinion or engage in a mild conflict just to see if you maintain your stance or if you capitulate. That indicates your lack of conviction or avoidance of conflict at the expense of just trying to get along. I'm a Trump supporter. Oh my God, how can you support that man? He's the blah, blah, blah. He blah, blah, blah. I support him because he keeps the taxes low. Oh my God, but he's a racist, he's misogynist. Well, yeah, I guess maybe you're right. Now she don't respect you no more. Oh my God, right? She don't believe that. She probably don't even vote. She just wanted to see your response. You understand? Here's another one. Somebody type no in the chat room. You tell your woman that you don't eat pork, and she purposely take you to Peter's Pig Foot barbecue restaurant, and they put a whole slab of pork on your plate. And you told her I don't eat pork. He said, I know. And then she come back with some poking beans. And you go ahead and eat it. Instead of refusing it. That can, look. You think, oh, I'm just trying to get along, cultural. No, man. She's testing your ability to say no, and you fail. You big dummy. You big sucker. Sap sucker. Damn fool. And most of you brothers see her, y'all don't even think nothing of it. She constantly losing respect for you. You wonder why that girl You started off, everything was good at the club. You had your swag on, you had that liquor in you. You was feeling good. You was wild when you was, with the rah-rah. And then when you talked to her on the phone, you get exposed. You understand? Next thing you know, I'm going to call you back and you don't hear from her. And you hitting her up. You said you was going, hey, what's up? It's Tuesday. I thought we was going to hook up. You don't hear nothing from her. You a sucker. You got exposed. Here's another one. Where all my Dominican girls at? My mother is sick. Can you send some money via Island Money or Western Union? Requesting money or expensive gifts under dubious pretenses to see if you question the request or you acquiesce. That indicates you vulnerable to financial exploitation. I'm trying to tell you, them Dominican girls don't respect you. Now, let me tell you something. When I was down there, you ain't gonna get no Western Union from me. You better bring your ass up here and do what you supposed to do, lil' boo. You understand me? When I was hanging out, even in the DR, they like, you hard. You were in Spanish, tú muy difícil. They didn't even know my real name. My name was Don Juan Carlos El Patron. That was my name. You see what I'm saying? Carlos. Don Carlos. Or Juan Carlos. You don't like it, you can get out the pool. You can go home. Bye. You see what I'm saying? No. All they got was a bunch of no. And they respect me more for it. That's why I have 8-9 chicks in the damn house, chilling. Unbothered. You feel me? I know what I'm talking about, fellas. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this. You can't get to who I am and be some sucker asking you for money. Tell them no. No, hell no. I don't care if it's $5 or $50 or $500. No. You say no when they ask you, and you say yes when you want to, but not because. Matter of fact, if they ask you for something, you was gonna give them something, say no, and don't give them what you plan to give them in the first place. Just because they ask, and you don't want them thinking you a sucker. You got to keep it up at all times. You know why those pimps used to go so hard on those women? Women be out there in the streets selling, they come up short. They beat the bejesus out of them women. Not because they thought they were necessarily lying, but just in case they was lying. The pimps wasn't trying to fall for that because they didn't want the women to lose respect for them. So they had to smash on them just in case. In other words, err on the side of not trusting these bras. My Uncle Slim used to tell me that, and I probably done told y'all this 12 times if I told you once. Don't trust a bee as far as you can throw a bee, nephew. And when you develop that attitude, it's nearly impossible for women to manipulate you. At the point where they can manipulate you, they don't respect you anymore. Here's another one. Flirting with other men in your presence. They'll flirt with another man in your presence just to see your reaction. Whether you express feelings openly or let it pass without comment. That reveals your confidence and your ability to address it direct. Let me tell you something, man. If my woman even look like she looking at another man, I'm going to stop right there. What in the hell is wrong with you? If we sitting at a damn concert and name one of them, Future come out on the stage and take a little t-shirt off. If my woman says anything, I'm going to be, what? Well, you need to go up there and be with him then, and I'm gone. Yeah. See, I'm the type of dude, you say something raw to me, I'm going to leave you in another country. I'm going to hop on the plane and be home. You understand? I'll leave you in the hotel in a foreign city. You talk crazy to me. They learn real quick. Ain't gonna be no disrespect. I don't care who we around or where you're around. Ain't no rules. Rule number one, never disrespect me. You see? Because you're not that valuable to me. The most important thing to me is my respect. The respect I have, my respect, and the respect I command. And if you don't respect me, you gonna fear me. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna do you something to make you afraid. Flirting with how dare you let a broad flirt with some other dude and you don't check the dude, check the broad. Who do you, what? Have you lost your rabbit ass mind? Oh yeah, it's time to come out the bag. Oh my God, you so insecure. No, you disrespectful, you rotten raggedy. You know what I'm saying? You don't let them disrespect you like that, man. What's wrong with you? Ever. And you ain't got to put hands on it, you bounce. Bye. Out. Tally ho. Adios. Ever. Not no kind of, you don't even want to hear, You know how they say, hell no. None of that. Not around me. Real talk. Here's another one. Always asking you about your past relationships to see if you quick to share information or if you keep the privacy of those relationships private. And that indicates the level of trust and openness you have to influence. I bet y'all didn't see that coming. Huh? You out there telling her about how you did it. No, man, keep that no. Because if you would tell her, you would tell the next one what you've been doing with her. You easily manipulated. You open up too much. Some things are unavoidable. You got a whole baby, you can't hide that. You got to talk about that. You see what I mean? Here's another one, trying to make you jealous. Trying to get a jealous response out of you, an insecurity. To see if you confront her about that behavior. Hell yeah. You check them. Somebody bright, check. Check your mate. See, you can't be afraid of losing these broads, man. You got to check them, man. And you doing them a favor. They want you to check them. That's the thing I've been trying to tell you, man. Even you brothers, bro, I want my foundational Black American, but I want you to hear me right now, man. Let me turn the music down. I want to get this out, man. Let me turn this down right quick, man. Look, Black American women want you to put them in their place, man. Let me lay it down like this, man. They looking at you and they looking at what they dealing with here in the United States. The reason they always talking about they the most unprotected, because in their minds, they got the most easiest to get along with men in the nation that don't stand up for nothing, won't even stand up to them. They want you to check them broads. How are you gonna check this system of white supremacy, racism, and you won't even check your broad, man? You won't even put your broad in her place, man. And now you going overseas doing the passport, bro, and you got the same lack of backbone. You got to check these broads, man, wherever you are. That's what they want. If you can't stand up to them, how you going to stand up to another group of men? They see you as suckers, as simps. And see, when a man like me come along, they want to treat me like an animal. Oh my God, I can't believe, but they like it. That's why they talk about me so much. They say they hate me, but baby, it's a thin line between love and hate. That's what I'm trying to explain to y'all. I'm trying to give it to you. I'm trying to give you this good game, baby, but I'm just telling you, it's rooted in psychology, biology, evolutionary psychology, and human development. They want you to check them. Just like any father who's worth his salt, you want your sons at some point to be big enough and strong enough to put you down if they can. You want that. You want to know that your sons can handle themselves amongst the other men on this planet. And in order to be a strong man, you got to go through one. And if you count yourself as a strong man, you like, damn, my son's big as they can handle themselves. All right. Motherfucker, I went there, he hit me with that right cross. I'm like, all right, boy, you like that. I'm telling y'all the truth, baby. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm telling you the truth. Look at all these stories. These father and son stories, whether it goes back to Greek times or whatever, all the sons always turn on the fathers. That's wanted. The daddy wants you to check him as a son. He wants you to put him in his place. And then y'all can go ahead and be friends. Because at some point, that father-son relationship changed and y'all just children of God waiting for your real father in heaven to come home. No different than these broads. How they gonna respect you? Respect you to take care of them in this land of the lost, and you won't even check these loudmouth broads. And they ain't gonna do nothing. Instead, you out there calling them queens and gods and mothers, goddesses and earths and shit. They don't respect that, man. Real talk, man. I'm trying to give y'all some game. I'm telling you, this is the life, man. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. I need 13 more super chats. Y'all do what y'all got to do. I'll be back, baby. They don't shame rich female actresses, and sports figures for not giving back to the community, do they? But the minute a black man gets rich, what's the expectation? The minute a black man gets a little money in his pocket from some sort of contract, what are you going to do for the black community? When was the last time the black community shamed some of these rich black actresses and sports figures for marrying out? Not hardly ever. The closest we saw was when Serena Williams and Halle Berry got married. And the only reason was because they married these broke men. And it's about money. When women go out and marry men of other races, the matriarchy sees that as a come up. Okay, now those white men are under our control. We have control over their resources and their children. Yeah! They squabbling out there now. Yeah!
People, when they're just watching you talk, they're only hearing you, they ain't listening. Right. There's a huge difference between hearing and listening and seeing and looking.
All right, welcome back to the broadcast. Look, I just did a tally, and we only have 7 super chats popping in the super chat. So let me tell you what we're going to do right now. When I come back, we're going to give you 10 strategies that you can employ in a response to women's attempt to manipulate you so you can show them that you about that life, okay? I'm going to give you 10 strategies that you can use, that you can employ starting right now. But I'm going to need 13 more super chats before I do. So until then, y'all go hang out with Big Bass Life. But on the real, y'all need to stand on business. I need 13 more super chats. And I'll up here, you have the rapper T.I., the Rubber Band Man, somebody type Rubber Band Man, and their family. They're all up in the skybox. All these light-skinned black folk. I should be proud of these, my light-skinned brothers. Shout out to them. All these light-skinned black folk up in the skybox watching the game. Among them with his son, King Harris. Now, this young man is at the center of a growing storm. Now, King Harris, he's been grappling with his identity. He's raised in the lap of luxury, praise God. He's raised in the suburbs, hallelujah. Far removed from the hardships of the bando. Somebody type bando life in the chat room. Somebody type bando life in the chat room. The bando life that he claims to have experienced at his grandma's house. Somebody type Nemo in the chat room. Somebody type Big Mama in the chat room. Somebody type Madia in the.
I stand on business. I stand on business. I'm just doing my thing and I'm feeling like dang. I stand on business. I'm on my light skin minutes. I stand on business. I stand on business. I'm just doing my thing and I'm feeling like dang. It's feeling like Christmas. No silver spoon in my dish. I wasn't born in the riches. No caviar. One day I passed the ball tracks. I spit them balls, something foreign in my kitchen. My garage driveway, you see them cars, you know just who we are. Allahu Akbar means he's the greatest. Shout out to my haters. Without you couldn't fake it. Now I be creative. Sergeants don't peel potatoes. General rock them ladies. Dennis full of gators. No rubber bands, but man, I keep a tan. Shout out to China Man and all of Decatur. Ladies want to deflate us, keep it a secret. It happen like every weekend. I run it back like Alvin. Keep it 1,000. I soar with Eagles, homie. I really don't do Falcons. I'm the D, keep it regal. As litigation for all of your information. You make videos, hating. Remember, it turns legal. Raise your hand, dumbass. This ain't a sport. Find out first day in court. Know my rap can be confusing. Fuck around and find out who D is more than YouTube.
Y'all doing that to me. Y'all know me. You know I stand on business. You know I stand on business.
Stand on business. I stand on business. I'm just doing my thing and I'm feeling like dang. I stand on business. I'm on my light skin minutes. I stand on business. I stand on business. I'm just doing my thing and I'm feeling like dang. I stand on business. Yeah, it's feeling like Christmas. Here's the nail in the coffin. It's swinging 9, a hole in one, leave your hole in your shit. Guess you a dolphin. Homie, just get off him. Let me show you, cause homie, you don't know me. Remember, because I know you. Then it's the minute blizzard, as God is my witness. We stand on the business. Don't do this for riches. Pay me for my time. I don't need your attention. Black men represented. Don't fake or pretend it. I'm not proud of my past, but my present's stupendous. And my work is Picasso. I'm Da Vinci and Vinci. Whether who's you, who's all on YouTube. True solid on your mama, bust through your roof. ATL rush shot, searching for my new. Rapping like it Blue's Clues. Blizzard King stepping over bodies in his new shoes. Scotty Pimp, MJ, we the new Blue Brothers. Hard to deal with one, lay it down when it's two brothers. When she with me, my nigga, she ain't thinking about you. She ain't thinking about you, no. How you fuck that up? Bass next to bat up. Drop a comment in the comments. Real men don't back up. Watch the screen, stupid. How the fuck you use him? Soundtrack of the people. I am the theme music. MTR the boss. TMD and Dennis. Got the zoom in the silent. Day one beginning. I stand on business. I stand on business. I'm just doing my thing and I'm feeling like dang. I stand on business. I'm on my light skin minutes. I stand on business. I stand on business. I'm just doing my thing and I'm feeling like dang. I stand on business. It's starting to feel like Christmas. I stand on business. I stand on business. I'm just doing my thing and I'm feeling like dang. I stand on business. I'm on my light skin minutes. I stand on business. I stand on business. I'm just doing my thing and I'm feeling like dang. I stand on business. It's starting to feel like Christmas.
You grew up in the hood, wherever you are. You basically made it out of there. And that was your rites of passage. Something you can always look back on and say, man, if I can make it through there, I can make it anyway. There's boys in the skybox. You about to leave the skybox, take a private jet back to Atlanta, and then hop in your luxury car. And you got money in the bank, comfortable living conditions. And you want to be where your daddy's from? You want to be where I'm from? There's some little boys in Chicago that wish they had a daddy like you, man. Shout out to Chicago, man. Chicago support me heavy up in here, man. Shout out to the whole state of Illinois. Illinois supports me heavy. Illinois and New York supports Uncle D heavy. Shout out to Chi-Town. I got much love for Chi-Town.
Looking at my...
I say, here's my $250,000. I want this to air there. So I didn't have to kiss no butt. I know I wasn't. Damn sure ain't gonna put on the dress. And wouldn't let my sons do it. If we don't own it, we don't have nothing to do with it. Either we're the shot callers, because we're not gonna be in, or we're not involved.
go back like 2 Chainz. He graduated law school, I graduated in the boot gang. In the courtroom, I'm Uncle Luke, man. Got me banned in America, they loot me like Lupe. On the cell block, call me Luke Cage. Dog man hero, he the new beige. Cause Joe Black ain't like my black. We built this motherfucking country off of our back.
No more money for you. You working. No more money for you. It's lazy, you lazy. You lazy.
Get the out of here. Shut the up.
You run your mouth, we lazy, where your top at? You got ops getting paid off of our tax. Black pressure, we created hip-hop, yes sir. How you bust a bus, had to dress up. Time to come to check up. Since we taking niggas, rude boy need to fess up. Don't call us when you tell us get the hiccups. Hold your nuts, fight back, the clean shit up. NBA hit them, rock and roll, jazz music, hip-hop rhythm. I cosplay like a rude boy, get them. Harriet, Rosa Parks, even Shirley Chisholm. Even Shirley Chisholm? I reckon lineage a runner, you love to kick it. We delineated, escaping niggas who wicked. My black is the black that they hate to see when we winning. Your black is the black that they bleach to look like the villain.
This is a picture of what my skin used to look like. Damn. And this is what my skin looks like now.
Shut up, you stupid cunt. All you do is complain.
Your black nothing like my black. It's all my got my back. Harriet Tubman, train track. 400 years, still ain't got the chains back. Yo, black nothing like my black. Listen King, Uncle G, you know the top back. Big Bass know the game, take you out back. Imitation me a rush, you know my black.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
99 biggest promises Biden made to people, he's only following through on about 30% of them. One thing America doesn't forgive is weakness. They want to see you fighting for your goals. And on some key issues, Biden seems to be waving the white flag. He just looks weak, and I'm not talking about physically. People want to see their president going to the mat to get what he wants. And it doesn't help that anytime Biden does take a strong stand on something, his staff comes out to say he didn't mean it.
I'm up real early to fall for the same politics I plus it's early. You talking ain't money, you need to burn it. Voting from the couch, watching dinners and all the spurlers. You with my earnings. How many times you gotta pull the same Democratic trick? Banana in the tailpipe. Since Obama like dreaming of eggplants and bananas, please tell him get his tail right. I need a friend that can stand on business I can give a damn about on the race. If you scared, pick a grave and lie in it. Dealing with it, faced it. How the bottom of other countries come to where we live and elevated like tomorrow. But you ain't got no reparations for me, but got billions for immigrants to borrow. Soft genocide Chicago. Them dirty ooze up in New York. Them race baiters down in Texas. And Memphis smoking us like a Newport. So swing games is a new sport. Deleting us through your politics. We playing ball on a new court. America, come out of it. Yo, black nothing like my black. It's all my got my back. Harriet Tubman, train tracks. 400 years, still ain't got the chains back. Yo, black nothing like my black. Listen King, Uncle G, you know the top hat. Big Bass know the game, take you out back. Imitation me a rush, you know my black.
Just like a culture is like a computer program, there's a frequency by which things occur. And when you have a defective culture that is, and it's been like this since we were in the motherland, a divisive, argumentative, conflict-filled culture, there's always going to be opportunity for division unless you change the actual culture. Some of the brothers say you got to change the code, you got to change the actual culture. There are always going to be incidents that we can focus on to keep us divided.
I'm your king.
I say, here's my $250,000. But the fact that he stood on his square, that he stood on his integrity and said, you're not going to take my manhood. You're not going to put me in a dress. It gives us a glimpse into this man's integrity and what he stands for. And I applaud him for that.
I think that time they make you into that position, part of that contract is you do understand whenever we want to take you down, we can, right? Part of giving you the world. First of all, they went around the world for 2 years straight telling any women that would listen that this was a good-looking Negro. Since when? When did y'all start liking a big nose? And when did y'all like a little head and a big jaw? When? Since when? That look like my daddy. When you start liking my daddy? You like black people's features like that? If this ugly is good looking, then all is good looking.
We ain't stopping. ain't stopping till it's up, till it's up. Tell the ops, yeah, it's stuck, yeah, it's stuck. And the other side, we don't give a don't give a We ain't stopping till it's up, till it's up. We ain't stopping till it's up, till it's up. Tell the ops, yeah, it's stuck, yeah, it's stuck. And the other side, we don't give a don't give a We ain't stopping till it's up. Yeah. Last 50 years, yeah, we vote and get no benefits. Symbolism, kid, giving money to the immigrants. I can't pay no rent with no black first accomplishment. I want all my chips, cut the check. You ain't studied yet. Ukraine, Afghanistan, 1 million plus immigrants. Tell it cool in the house, we on a jangle. We ain't tryna talk, cut the check, speak the language trig. Off the plantation, new nation, we say that trig. Running for your life, who advice you gon' listen? Ancestors' wisdom, 20 years in prison, 400 years of pressure. Better get your vision, or you gon' put that dress on, just to get them digits. We live in a new time, Dennis, Uncle D, Blizzard King, that's the premise. You know that they tryna make a blemish, we intelligent. What you saying really don't offend us, a real one, others they pretend.
3 things are true about me. I am 5'3", I have never told a lie, and I am 6'3".
We ain't stopping till it's up, till it's up. Tell the ops, yeah, it's stuck, yeah, it's stuck. And the other side, we don't give a give a We ain't stopping till it's up, till it's up. We ain't stopping till it's up, till it's up. Tell the ops, yeah, it's stuck, yeah, it's stuck. And the other side, we don't give a We ain't stopping till it's up, yeah. You gon' pay exactly what you owe, that's on God. I'm the cat inside the hat, you get exposed, you a fraud. What it take to recognize what it do? A bunch of lies. What gon' happen when they come to break you tools? You gon' die. I used to zoom, to sing a different tune. When you change the room in them, then you see the confused. So I made a move, the numbers lose. Cause he with them ooh, get a boo.
I didn't want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
There you go, think I'm yeah, this gave me the green light, cut it loose. Yeah, it's cold outside Buffalo, I got the juice. Yeah, I'm running like Majors in the streets, 32. Got them OJ numbers, cut the check, what it do? We ain't stopping till it's up. Tell the ops, yeah, it's stuck. And the other side, we don't give a We ain't stopping till it's up. We ain't stopping till it's up. Tell the ops, yeah, it's stuck. And the other side, we don't give a We ain't stopping till it's up.
All right, we need 4 more super chats, and I'll be back. Until then, y'all go ahead and blame it on me.
Looking at myself as I would see myself in the future. Looking up at my father, looking at his face and seeing my face.
People are so inclined to believe that black men are deadbeat fathers.
The else you need? The black boogeyman villain that just came on. Something going wrong, I'm the one you put the blame on. Community is up, shame on me. Deadbeat daddy put the blame on me.
Black men actually enable the very thing that they hate.
Woo! So by now, everybody has heard about the CDC research that was done, that black men are going around using that as their safe place to prove to everybody that they are excellent fathers and they are the most involved fathers of any other demographic.
Shut your ass up.
Shut your ass up.
You bring the game on me when I'm the best father. All the pain I see telling me to try harder. Broke in, I'm dusty, no deodorant, I'm musty. I'm the fall guy for the race when you getting busted. Stand up and be a man when your women want the role, want the leadership, the money, run the household. Be as naked as a child, and I supposed to smile. You the reason why the neighborhood kids running wild. Karma comes around, baby, keep your cookie. Matter of fact, I'm on a flight, you can pass that shit to Pookie. Chicago back to Houston, New York we deem this useless. Baby, I'm in DR, and mommy serving juices. Every movie needs a bad guy, why not be the black guy? Shit, you can hang it on me. You need a scapegoat, point aside and take no shit. You know they gonna hang it on me. When you need a reason and the ladies commit treason, all you gotta do is hang it on me. Your daddies and your uncles and your nephews, that's amongst us, watch the whole world hang it on me. You to blame for this crisis. You to blame for this ISIS. Paper saver got creators favored. Who you think gon' die for being righteous? Who gon' vote for the oppressor? Me. Who pay most to get the lesser? You handing out all of the treasures. The immigrants getting the blessings. Who you think rapping is real? Want my opinion about this kill? I'm not Arab, homie. How did this feel? Cause I'm not living off in this real. My opinion, no matter, we get a deal. No reparation, just meal. I'm only speaking about what we feel. Keep talking that talk, I need a refill. Every movie needs a bad guy. Why not be the black guy?
Don't take it off the
You need a scapegoat, pointers out to take notes. You know they gonna blame it on me. When you need a reason and you ladies commit treason, all you gotta do is blame it on me. Your daddies and your uncles and your nephews, that's amongst us. Watch the whole world blame it on me. Every movie needs a bad guy. Why not be the black guy? You can blame it on me. When you need a scapegoat, point aside and take notes. No, they gonna blame it on me.
Fathers are underappreciated. Those of you guys who don't know, my name is Dennis Sperling, also known as Uncle D, affectionately by the young fellas out there. And of course, the Blizzard King. All right, welcome back to the broadcast, man. Shout out to everybody, man. I still need 2 more super chats, but I want to go ahead and wrap this thing up. So we left off, today we're talking about modern women don't respect naive, easily manipulated men, okay? Now I'm going to read these super chats off in a minute, but I want to go ahead and finish this up because we want to make sure we get this education popping, even though some folk ain't really trying to pay for their tuition. That's all right. I know, man, it ain't the first. You ain't got your welfare check, your EBT card. It's all good, baby. But anyway, look, so here's some strategies you fellas can use. Basically, we discussed the fact that there are both sociological, psychological, and evolutionary history supports the fact that women have evolved not to like men who are easily manipulated and men who are naive. Okay, period. Now, we know what they will do. Okay, we know that they will test you. So what are some strategies that you can use in response to attempts of manipulation? Okay, so let's do this. All right. Establish clear boundaries. Okay. I don't want you guys to be the strong silent type. I want you to clearly communicate what is acceptable and what is not in a relationship. You literally need to talk to these women like they're children when they get out of pocket like that. When they start testing you, hey, look, I just met you. You seem like a nice young lady, but that's not something I'm willing to tolerate. And you got to be willing to wash your hands and walk away from it. You understand? Now, you'll get better at checking women and being more smoother with it, but you have to put it on your mind that you need to establish your boundaries, okay? The other thing you need to do, you need to have open communication. Talk openly about your concerns regarding the manipulative behavior. You need to call her out on it. Look, every time I show up over here, you got your hand out. Your hand look like a cup. You're always asking me for money. We just met. That's not cool. Now, I don't mind doing stuff for you. I mean, that's cool, but I'm not going to do that every day, sweetheart. Or every time we go about to go somewhere at the last minute, you change your mind and you want to go somewhere else. Put that back on her. Call her out on her manipulative behavior. Whatever. Either she take it like a woman or she move on. You understand me? That's how it has to be. The other thing, you got to maintain self-respect, fellas. And the best way to do that is to put yourself first. Prioritize your self-worth and don't compromise your personal values for the sake of a relationship. There's plenty of beautiful women out there, man. There's plenty of women out there, period. Put yourself first. How you gonna put all these women before you put yourself? You constantly doing all the Valentine's Day coming up. You breaking yourself to buy something for this broad. That ain't gonna work out, man. You got rent to pay. Just think about it. Another thing, being assertive. A lot of men are afraid to speak up to these women because you value her more than you value yourself. You need to be firm in your responses. Put some bass in your voice. Let me say that again. Put some bass in your voice. You don't need to be aggressive about it, but put some bass in your voice. No, that's not going to work. Let me know if y'all hear me. I don't know. I'm not getting the responses. I'm preaching to the choir. Somebody type amen in the chat room. Somebody type hallelujah in the chat room. You understand? You need to emphasize mutual respect with this woman. You need to let her know off top, respect is the most important thing to me in this relationship. I tell my woman all the time, respect is more important than love. You ain't got to love me, but you're going to damn sure respect me. And that's where I'm coming from with it. You also need to recognize and understand your personal feelings and your reactions to manipulation. Got you feeling a certain kind of way? Huh? You need to analyze how you feel. That annoys you. That's agitating to you. That bothers you. You don't like that. You need to know how you feel. It makes you angry. You don't stand for that. That's self-awareness. Another thing, you got to stay true to your beliefs, man. You got to hold your line. You got to uphold your personal values. As they say, uphold. Is that what they say? You got to uphold your personal values and your beliefs. Despite her attempts to sway you. She's trying to sway you. She wants to do that. Okay? She wants to do that. And here's another thing. You're not in this by yourself. It's one thing to be able to talk to a middle-aged lawyer from Texas named Uncle D, but it's another thing for you to be able to talk to your trusted friends and your family members and even get some professional advice on these tactics. It's cool. Now, the other thing I want you to stay away from, listen to me. I want you to hear me. Listen to me now. There was a time in my book I talked about how if my wife would do something disrespectful, I would respond. We'll go tit for tat. Somebody type tit for tat in the chat room. She'll do something, I'll do something back to see how it makes me. That makes you sink to her level. That's not what she wants. You understand? Don't do manipulative behavior in response. Just check her on it. That's like the dog bites you, you bite the dog back. No, you punish that dog. You know what I'm saying? You put that dog in his place. You don't sink to the level of a dog. The other thing you got to understand is conflict is going to happen. And how long your relationship lasts is going to be determined by how you resolve that conflict. So you have to employ constructive strategies to try to address and resolve conflict. And that requires you to sit down and do some thinking and think about how you want to do stuff. Now, I need another 5 super chats, okay? Give me another 5 super chats so we can get to my 20. But I want to close this out because I want to cap this thing off. Fellas, listen. Ladies, if there's some ladies in here. As we wrap this discussion up, it's clear we've journeyed through a rich tapestry of insights. And we've explored the depths of attraction and the pitfalls of being naive and the power of self-awareness. I've discussed with you how the allure of notoriety can cloud our judgment. And it leads us to overlook essential traits. You see? We understood that being easily manipulated as men doesn't just diminish respect, but also attraction, man. That girl can't even get moist for you no more, man. And so that highlights a crucial role of strength and awareness and maintaining both personal dignity and relationship dynamics. We delved into the consequences of being a gullible. Learn, you see what I'm saying? Somebody type goofball in the chat room. It diminishes respect. Respect is essential for healthy relationship. We've uncovered the selective nature and attraction where a man's ability to stand firm against manipulation not only preserves his integrity, but it makes him more desirable. This discussion is grounded in sociological, psychological studies. It reinforces the importance of vigilance, trust, security, and relationship. We've navigated through the evolutionary, cultural, and developmental aspects that shape our preferences. And it emphasizes that a man capable of protecting and being resilient against trickery, somebody type trickery in the chat room, is not just a desire, but a necessity for fostering genuine connection. Do you want your daughter to marry some damn goofball? Fellas? Has your mother ever dated some naive fool that's easy to manipulate? That didn't make you feel secure. But now you out here thinking you being Mr. Nice Guy, doing the same thing he was doing, trying to go along to get along. Because that relationship you got with that broad is more valuable to you than your own self-respect. So you willing to put up with this foolishness and shenanigans. She coming in 2 or 3 o'clock in the goddamn morning. Talking about she was out with her girls, coming in smelling like smelling like a fish market down at Galveston Bay in the middle of a summer in July here in Texas. And you just turn the other cheek. She don't respect you, and she lost respect for you a long time ago. She lost respect for you. She built her way up to that point, and you didn't even see it coming because you don't know how to read social cues. You lack emotional intelligence. So let's carry these lessons with us, fellas. Let's strive in our relationships to build respect. And where we find manipulation, we make sure it doesn't have a foothold. Remember, it's not just about avoiding being manipulated. It's about cultivating a relationship where you and your woman, or where your woman feels secure because she knows she can't trick you, and therefore other people can't trick you and manipulate you. Your strength lies not just in your ability to protect, fellas, but your wisdom. Your wisdom to recognize when somebody's trying to make a fool out of you. And your assertiveness to check that when you see it coming. And for you women, who are honest enough to be transparent, when you see a fool, keep doing what you're doing. You don't want to end up with some goofball. He's a nice guy. He wears a nice shirt. He got a nice job, but he's a damn fool. He's an easy to fall for sucker. He gonna end up broke. He gonna end up bankrupt. He gonna end up a drunk, a drug addict, homeless some damn where. Because he's too easily tricked and led off the path. I'm not mad at you. Just because you're a nice guy doesn't mean you deserve a good girl, fellas. You need to be wise, cunning. You need to be able to have a good ability to detect when people are lying to you. Don't be a damn fool. Somebody type damn fool in the chat room. Where's my 5 super chats? Resilience. Stand by your principles, fellas. Your wisdom is necessary. I want you guys to continue to strive for healthier and meaningful connections in all aspects of your life. But don't be nobody's damn fool. Let's go ahead and do this. Big shout out to all my guys out here, man. Where they at? Torian Jones, big shout out to you, baby. Thank you so much for that $4.99. My man Matthew Carter, don't sweat these 304s. They're using streetwalker tactics to get leverage. Show up. Michael Roberts, can't save them 304s, man. Who else we got? Trill Team 6. Church, already know. catch the replay. This is your raw ass nephew. Big shout out to you, man. Mr. 43TX, thank you for the collection plate. Boris Barracuda Brothers, simping and liability. Simping is a liability, not an asset, and a receipt for the disaster across a board abroad. Yes, it is. If you're a simp here, you're going to simp over there. That's what I'm trying to tell you fellas, man. That's why I told y'all some years back, these brothers going overseas, you're going to start hearing the heartbreak. Oh, man, I went down to Colombia, and, man, she set me up and got me killed. Because you was naive. Oh, did he say that? Did Uncle D? Yeah. 8 black men got murdered. They got unalived in Colombia in the past 3 months. Why? Because it was damn naive. That's why. Huh? They was damn fool. You meeting these broads on these dating apps and they setting you up to get robbed by Paco. Yeah, I said it. You're damn fool. Go down there to get some of that get some of that crotch rocket. You down there to get some of that, what did I used to call it? Huh? that Susie Rodden crotch. That Maria Rodden crotch. You going down there to get that Maria Rodden crotch and get unalived. You understand me? That's what I'm talking about. That's the dangers of being a fool. Think about it. If you ain't supporting, you ain't important. I like that. That's dope. If you ain't important, if you ain't supporting, that's going to be my tagline, baby. Jay Rowe, thank you so much. Shout out to Truth Be Told, S. I appreciate you. Also, Diesel Jr., thank you so much, man. Black in the Day, Age of Machines. Big shout out to Something for the Lessons You Give and Services You Provide. More to come. Also, Greg Lesman Jr. Oh, big shout out to Salty Balls. Thank you so much, man. We miss the preaching and the praying that you do for us, bro. And of course, Greg Lemon, thank you for speaking the cold hard truth. That's what I do. Mark, the freelancer, suckers food like lollipops on the 1st, April 1st. That's what I'm talking about. And again, Mr. 43TX, thank you so much. Salute Blizzard King, the Ice Lords in the chat. Yeah, now I want to do this, man. We got to give a big shout out to the folks over here on the Cash App. Shout out to Mr. Urban. Thank you so much, man. Big shout out to Senyoke. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, bro. Who else we got? Mr. Thomas, Mr. Senyoke again, Obadiah, Mr. Giles, Mr. Johnson, and a big shout out to Mr. Ward. You get to rock and roll, baby. Thank you so much for that $100, man. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you guys. Look, man, if you guys, if you got somebody else who just came through, oh, Nat Cass, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Like the remix, Manhattan, New York, Queen. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby girl. Appreciate you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you, guys. I hope you brothers learned something. I've been putting a lot more time into these lessons. I want to actually begin to give you something that you can actually walk away with, something that you can, that to help you become a better human being. We can sit up here and roast these 304s and talk about this bad behavior all the time. But, you know, at the end of the day, the Lord is going to take care of that. This is written in your Bible. You see what I'm saying? Let me say it like this. It was written in your Bible because evil begets destruction. Immorality begets destruction. And all these people you see around here exhibiting this degenerate behavior, they're gonna destroy themselves. Read your Bible. That's what I'm trying to tell you. All I was trying to do was just preach against it because I hate to see black folks get taken out like that. The ancestors want us to try to do better. And we've come through so much to let this degenerate generation take us down, but it's only so much one man can do. Nevertheless, I appreciate you guys so much. If y'all would get me my super chats and whatnot, then I could bring folk in. You know, we could talk about this a little bit more, but I got to get my 20. Right now, I only got 16, but that's all right. I'll be checking out the super hearts and whatnot. I like to hear what you guys have to say about this. Remember, modern women don't respect naive, easily manipulated men. That's a turnoff in layman's terms. Any woman you meet that's worth her salt is going, if she's a good woman, she's going to leave you alone because she recognizes that you are too nice, meaning that you're too easy to manipulate, and she don't want to take advantage of you. Now, them 304s, they in it for the win. They in it to get the bag, and they'll use you until they use you up. You understand? Sometimes that's why nice guys attract what we call bad girls, manipulative, gold diggers. See what I'm saying? Because they see you as a fool and they don't mind using you because they're heartless and cold-blooded and they get it. That's the game. But a good woman is just going to leave you alone. And you got to respect good women from that. Sometimes that woman that just left you alone, bro, and went on with that other dude is because she didn't want to use you. So she might be doing you a favor. Check yourself. Maybe it's not her, fellas. Hint, hint. Maybe the women aren't the problem sometimes, brothers. I'm not saying they don't have their issues, but maybe you need to check yourself. Maybe you just need to start having a little bit more self-respect and start laying down your barriers, what you will deal with, what you won't deal with. And then only the women that you would want to deal with will come in, and you got to be able to recognize that type of woman when you see it, because she don't always come in the package that you think she's supposed to be in. You understand? Either way, this is Uncle D. I love y'all. And as I always say, I'm out.